Los Angeles is like the perfect confluence of engineering priorities. You have rising sea levels, you have periodic droughts, you have seismic events. We have a homelessness problem, so shortage of good housing that can be created efficiently and quickly, and just general resiliency.
There's a lot of challenges we face with infrastructure. How do we get enough water, clean water for a growing population? How do you create a transportation network that will work in a city where everyone has their own car? There are definitely opportunities for innovation in those areas.
If we don't innovate as an industry going forward, we're going to be completely dependent and reliant, upon the rest of the world to build our infrastructure, and that's not a great place to be.
Our department organized our research and teaching in a non-traditional way. Rather than focusing on traditional civil and environmental engineering problems or disciplines, sub-disciplines, we organized our research and teaching around problem areas that are extremely important for today's world. And those areas are engineering for extreme events, engineering for urban livability, engineering for transport service systems, engineering for extreme habitats, and lastly, engineering for environmental stewardship. Most of the problems that we are facing right now require multiple disciplines to work together.
You're not just going to be a civil engineer. You're going to have to learn how to work with all sorts of disciplines.
How can we showcase to engineers and people that be working with engineers, not just them, but really people in business and communications, marketing, designers, how can they work together and realize that they could actually become entrepreneurs? 0 to 1 for me, what that means is when you have no idea what kind of problem statement you actually want to address, who the audience would be, what the solution is even going to be. And the 1 is you're now at a point where you have one amazing idea that you believe is going to be the next best thing.
I do optimizing algorithms, machine learning, mathematical models, and transportation models for social applications in civil engineering and computer science. Why is the searching for parking still so primal and so ancient? We are still just doing blind search in a parking lot. With our algorithm, we can help you pick the optimal parking spot, and we can help you reserve it, navigate to it, and help you solve the parking headache. It's basically a map for you to find the parking.
We're trying to use artificial intelligence and machine learning to gather a bunch of data points that could hopefully make farming more effective for farmers across California and hopefully farmers around the world. Not only will effective farming decrease the amount of water used, it will also just cut a lot of costs. My goal is to come up with a simple idea. I wanted to see how farmers especially would react to something like this.
There was no way to get there without a car. There was no way to get there on public transit. Ubering home was terrible. And like the next day I got an email in my inbox that was like, we want you to innovate Los Angeles, solve transportation, and you could win $15,000. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it.
I just thought it would be a really great opportunity to apply kind of the engineering principles that I've learned throughout school.
I think the most interesting thing about this problem is that it doesn't feel like there's a simple technical answer, which is like really challenging coming from a straight engineering background.
We're trying to build a middle ground solution between having everyone use public transit and micromobility and having everyone drive.
What we're doing that's different from what other people have done is really trying to build partnerships and to build sort of an integrated platform. The innovation is that there's no one app that you can use to help you make the decision of how to get from point A to point B that crosses boundaries between agencies. I think that we have a really excellent chance of winning the competition and the $15,000 because I think that we have come up with something that people would pay for.
When I heard about the competition, I just felt like this was the perfect opportunity to just implement everything I've learned throughout all my classes.
During the summertime, I always just feel really bad for people that have to walk places or that are living out on the streets just because LA is so hot. and there's barely any shade.
Essentially, the urban heat island effect affects mostly cities due to the fact that there's so much concrete everywhere, there's less vegetation.
Our idea is called the umbrella. It's the word umbrella, but you emphasize LA.
They're like these really big pots that are essentially like community gardens, which will also provide shade for cars.
We just wanted something that was compact and easy to install, but that could also make a difference.
I don't think, everyone is born a Steve Jobs or an Elon Musk. Situations like this and competitions like this can really unearth some hidden gems.
And for students, I actually think the ones that I see that are the most successful are the ones that are able to say, I have exams, I have courses, I have all these other things going on, but I deeply care about this competition. And those are the ones that I'm looking at and saying they're going to be entrepreneurs.
They're the change agents that are going to find solutions to some of the most pressing problems that we have in our urban environment right now.
I think the winning team is going to have the right team in place, like they're incredibly passionate. The problem has a massive impact potential and they're customer obsessed. Students are very much capable of starting these companies. They have everything that it takes.